All right, welcome everyone, and thanks for joining me. Really appreciate it. All right, so in this video, I'm going to be discussing yet again another change out of Medicare that's probably not going to be all that welcomed by Social Security checks and the beneficiaries because this unfortunately is probably going to eat up a little bit of Social Security checks on a monthly basis, and this is going to impact about 66 million people according to the most recent numbers. So that's why I want to bring it to your attention here and let you know what this means going forward. So let me explain the details behind what is going on here. And what's really interesting about this is we've actually seen something very similar to this happen over the last couple years here. Every year, it seems like something like this happens, and yet again, it's reflected in Social Security checks as well. So yeah, we want to pay attention to this. Now, as of right now, by the way, we're late in July right now as I host this live stream. But as of right now, we do not have the announcement as far as how much the Medicare Part B premium may be going up or going down or whatever it's going to do for next year, 2025. We do not have that dollar amount yet. However, for right now, 2024, obviously, as you probably know, the monthly premium amount for Medicare Part B coverage is $174.70. That's what it was starting way back at the beginning of the year. So this is certainly not new information, that number anyway, okay? But remember, here's what else happens. Every year they change it, right? So a couple years ago, they raised the Medicare Part B premium by 14.5%. Do you remember that? It was a lot. That was rough. That was a bad situation. I believe that was that 2022? I think it was when that took place. Now, last year, 2023, they reduced the premium by 3%, or it was about $5 is what it came out to be. So again, wasn't much, but it was certainly better than nothing. And now this year, 2024, they raised it by about 6%, just under 6%, and that's what it comes down to. Okay, so they raised it yet again this year. However, a couple years ago, so in 2021, the end of 2021, they came out and they announced that Medicare would then be covering a new Alzheimer's prescription that was going to be costing something like $18,000 a year per patient. Okay, do you remember me talking about this? Now, this is a couple years ago. I'm just giving this information so you kind of have, a little trip down memory lane here to better understand this. And again, to preface the announcement and the information that I want to share with you. Okay, so then that was in late 2021. So then in 2022, oh, gee, what did we see? A 14.5% increase to the Medicare Part B premium. Remember that? Yeah, it went up quite a bit. All right, so that's what happened there. And remember, as well, at that time, we had Bernie Sanders and a bunch of other lawmakers that came out and said, this is not okay. You've got to fix this. And they came back, as in CMS, Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, came back and they're like, sorry, nothing we can do about it now. We've already implemented the new premium amount, and we'll make it up to them next year, as in the beneficiaries, right? And all throughout 2022, I was like, yeah, I'd be shocked if they do anything about this. Well, sure enough, 2023, they lowered it by 3%, $5 a month, okay? Not much. So anyway, just want to give you that little bit there. So then last year, 2023, they did the same thing, right? Middle way through the year, all of a sudden we heard, they're going to be implementing yet again a new Alzheimer's prescription. And I said, get ready. They're probably going to jack us on the Medicare Part B premium. They're probably going to raise it up a whole bunch again because these are very expensive prescriptions. Well, and then they raised it up about 6%. However, here we are about halfway through the year, actually a little bit more than that. And guess what we know now? Medicare is now going to be covering yet again another new, what is it called? Speaking of dementia, another new dementia medication, okay? I know, sorry. I literally forgot the name of it as I was about to say it. Anyway, so they're going to be covering this new dementia medication, okay? Let me tell you the details about it. This one is going to cost $32,000 a year per patient. So what do we anticipate is going to happen here? Now, as of right now, like I said at the beginning of the video, we do not know what the Medicare Part B premium is going to be as of right now for 2025. That's kind of the scary part because this new prescription item here, 32 grand a year per patient, tens of billions of dollars is what it's costing Medicare. Somebody has to pay for it, okay? Who has to pay for it? Unfortunately, it's the roughly 66 million Medicare beneficiaries who pay their monthly premiums, okay? That's where they get the money from. That's how they fund all this, is through the monthly premiums from the beneficiaries. Kind of makes sense, right? Somebody has to pay for it all the time. Somebody's always got to pay the bill somewhere, and that's unfortunately what it's going to come back on. So Let me tell you the name of this thing. Now, I'm not sure how to pronounce the name of this prescription. I'm just being real with you, okay? I'm going to try my best here. I'll try to say it, and then I'll spell it for you as well if you want to look it up. But I'll do my best here, okay? So if I pronounce this incorrectly, I'm already telling you right now, I'm probably going to say it wrong, but just, I don't honestly have no idea how to say this thing, okay? Donanemab, maybe something like that. I don't know. Okay, here's the spelling on it. Donanemab. So if you have a better pronunciation of that, let me know. But I'm coming up with something like donanemab. I don't know. Again, that's just kind of the the pronunciation I'm coming up with. I could be totally wrong on that. But again, the spelling one more time: Donanemab. So let me know your thoughts on that one, okay? But anyway, that is this new prescription. Again, this dementia Alzheimer's prescription, and again, very expensive, 32 grand a year. Okay, now what can we anticipate going forward? And why did I say in the title of this live stream that this is going to eat up Social Security checks? Well, you probably already know why, right? Here's why, is because every year generally comes out around anywhere between August and kind of November-ish time. Again, it kind of oscillates a little bit depending on the year. We've seen it come out as late as early November. We saw it come out, I think it was last year. The Medicare Part B premium was announced, I believe it was in August last year. So again, it was pretty early. Generally, it's not announced in August, but it could come out here in a matter of weeks, or it could still be a couple months until we get the official announcement on this. But my point is that I would not be shocked. Yet again, we've seen this the last 3 years in a row here. I would not be shocked one bit if we see yet again another pretty significant, substantial price hike in the Medicare Part B premium because of this. This is what, and again, it's great. It's nice that they're helping out the patients. I've been reading a bunch about this. And there's been a lot of varying opinions on this thing because it's so incredibly expensive. But I just want to say this much. Get ready, because I would not be shocked one bit if we see the Medicare Part B premium go up pretty substantially yet again for 2025. I wouldn't be shocked if we see a 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12% increase on the premium again. I would not be shocked. In fact, if it comes in anything less than, say, like 5%, I'm going to be pretty surprised and honestly pretty happy, because that is, not going to be very much compared to where it could be coming in. Now, again, this is all speculation at this time. I don't know where that's going to come in at. It has not been announced yet, but want to let you know about this. Now, kind of interesting, because what are we anticipating as far as the cost of living adjustment is going to be for your monthly benefits? Well, as of right now, we're looking at about 2.7%, according to the most recent forecasts, the most recent predictions, things like that. So figure that one out, right? 2.7% COLA. By the way, that is not the official announcement. That's just the speculation and the forecasts as of right now. With the most recent inflation data, we're looking at about 2.7%. But in about, about 3 weeks, give or take a little bit, we're going to be getting the next inflation data point. So actually, it's about 2.5 weeks, give or take a couple days there. We're going to be getting the next inflation data point, and that's going to be a very important one. So obviously, the forecast will change again then, but that's what we're looking at. But kind of interesting how this works out, right? Potentially a 2.7% COLA. We don't know what it's going to be yet, but that's what we're kind of looking at as of now. And then potentially an increase to the premium. Again, I would not be shocked anywhere between 5 and 12-ish% on the Medicare Part B premium, based on right now with this information, okay? Again, I don't know what that is. So let's make that very clear. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I'm kind of anticipating somewhere between that range. So rough, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so anyways, want to bring this to your attention. And again, why does this eat up Social Security checks? Well, you already know the answer to that, but let me just say it really quickly. Your Medicare Part B premium is automatically taken out of your Social Security checks every month, right? Before you see even a penny of your Social Security check, they take the premium out of it, right? I mean, just look at your stubs. You know this, right? You get your gross benefit amount, whatever that happens to be, minus deductions, Medicare Part B premiums, and whatever else may be taken out of your payment. And then you get the deposit of just whatever's due to you minus deductions, right? Again, this is all super basic, you know that. But that's just what I wanted to bring to your attention and let you know about all of this. Kind of funny how this whole thing works out, right? So anyway, I can jump into the chat here and talk through the details about it. I can answer questions. If you want me to jump on another live stream and discuss this further, I can certainly do that for you as well. let me know. I'm here to help you out. I'm here to share with you the information that I'm finding. There's a lot of interesting stuff about it. Oh, one quick side note, by the way, before I get into the chat here. So the reason that I was reading this and I was seeing a bunch of conflicting information, some people were suggesting, hey, rather than covering this, maybe give families and patients the option. Hey, do you want this super expensive prescription item? If you do, then great, by all means, go for it. Or we could basically give you this other option where you can set extra money aside in the form of an HSA, health savings account, or other things like that to set extra money aside to help the patient at some point maybe get like whatever they need through the rest of their life, right? So again, there's been a lot of controversy about this based on what I've been reading about this. And again, to kind of give the options to the patient and the family of, hey, what is best for you and your situation, and how would you like to proceed, and how would you like to do this? Would you like to use this, prescription? If so, then by all means, go for it. Or would you like to set additional money aside in the form of an HSA so that you can cover all of the extra living expenses that are going to be coming in as a result of this type of diagnosis, right? Does that kind of make sense? So anyway, I was kind of reading about it. I thought it was kind of fascinating to look at the different options here, but I don't know, not a bad approach either. Give people options. Let them decide what's best for them and their family and their loved ones rather than, just a rule saying, you got to do this one thing or nothing at all, right? So I don't know. So, all right, I'm going to jump into the chat here. We'll spend a little bit of time in the chat, and I'll do what I can for you to share the information that I understand as of now, and just whatever I can for you. All right. Deborah Chapman. Hey, Deborah, nice to see you as always. I missed you the last couple of live streams. I saw your comments on the video saying, oh, man, I missed another live stream. So, yeah, thanks, Deborah. I appreciate it. Nice to see you. Ronald is saying, I'm looking to get out of the United States before it's too late. Yeah, Ronald, not a bad plan. Where are you going, Ronald? Yeah, exactly. Cayman Islands or something? Where are you thinking? I was kind of just thinking of that recently as well. It's just like, got ourselves kind of a melting pot here. I'm not sure how everybody else feels, but I've never lived anywhere other than the United States. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. Just something that is kind of interesting to maybe play around with some ideas. Yeah. Virginia Westcott. Hey, Virginia, nice to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining. Stephanie Keller, I see you there as well. Hey, Stephanie, nice to have you here. Yep, good afternoon. Yeah, Edward, I see you there as well. Thanks, Edward. Sorry, Edward, I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, but thank you, Edward. Nice to see you, as always. Stephen there, I see you. Hey, Stephen. Again, not sure how to pronounce your last name. I apologize, but hey, Stephen, nice to see you. Thank you for the information. Yeah. Rachel Purcell, I think it is. Hey, Rachel, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Happy Saturday. Thank you. Yeah, Imaginator, thanks for being here. Nice to see you as always, Imaginator. Yeah, I always appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Deborah Chapman, all is good. Super hot. Hope you're doing well as well. Thank you, Deborah. Kamala Shirey. Hey, Kamala, so nice to see you as always. Thanks for your continued friendship and support. I always see you around. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Larry Wheeland Jr., I think it is. Larry, hey, I see you there, Larry. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate you. Yeah. Imaginator. Funny. Funny in that not funny way. But you're saying, I highly doubt Medicare will pay for those expensive prescriptions when I turn 65 in a few months. Seems kind of funny how that always works, right? Like you're getting close. Oh, get ready. And all of a sudden you get there and they're like, oh, sorry, just kidding. We discontinued that, right? I don't know. It just seems weird how that works out sometimes, right? Yeah, Deborah Chapman, Florida in the house. Yeah, thanks, Deborah. Susan Ryan, I see you there. Thanks, Susan. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Larry Wheeland Jr. Yep, thanks again. I appreciate it. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you, Larry. Wow. Wow, Susan Ryan, I think you're saying your inhaler, is that what you're saying, is about over $650? That's crazy. That's nuts, right? That's wow. Imaginator. Sounds good. Cowboy stir fry? I'm not sure what that is, but sounds good. I'm not sure. That sounds really good. Here's the thing. Anything stir fry is pretty awesome, right? Yeah. Which I'd be interested to know. Imaginator. Vegetables, I'm guessing. Are those like homegrown, like in your own little vegetable garden? I hope so. That's pretty cool. Wolfgang, sorry, I apologize, not sure how to pronounce your last name, but yeah, I see you there as well. Good question, exactly, right? That's a really good question, but thank you. Really appreciate watching. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Imaginator, you retired 2 weeks ago. First off, congratulations. That's awesome. But I see the other part of your message there saying, already looking for a new job. Yeah, Imaginator. I'd be curious, okay? I'm just going to say this. You don't have to answer this, but I'd be curious. Are you looking for another job for financial purposes, or are you looking for a job because you just want to get out and just kind of like stay busy doing something, right? It doesn't matter it doesn't matter the reason why. I'm just kind of curious, right? That's kind of always something that I question and kind of always encourage people to do is if somebody's going to retire, I always say like, what's your next plan, okay? Taking some time off, relaxing, maybe doing some traveling, whatever, spending time with family, spending time with a spouse or loved ones or grandkids, whatever, it doesn't matter. All that is great. But at some point, you kind of got to be like, okay, my next plan for the next chapter of my life is whatever that happens to be. It doesn't matter, right? But having a little bit of plan or an idea is always kind of helpful as well. Yeah, Pamela K. Design, I see you there. Thank you so much for watching. Nice to have you here. Yeah, Denise M. laughing, saying, I don't know how to pronounce that. Hey, I think you're talking about the prescription name. I don't know either, right? That's why I was spelling it to you, because I thought, I have no clue how to say this. What did I say? Donanemab? Yeah, Donanemab? I don't know. That's my best guess, right? I don't know. Imaginator. Retta Schultz. Hey there, Retta Schultz. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Terry Root. Hey, Terry Root. I see you there. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Wow, Imaginator, you're saying you take Xarelto, and it costs like $684 a month. That's crazy. That's a lot. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, Xarelto. I'm not sure if that's a generic or not. Let me just give you a couple little pro tips. I don't know if anybody cares about this at all, but I'll tell you a couple things, okay? Generics. If you're okay, so first off, if you're getting a name brand prescription, there's not a whole lot of flexibility there. Sometimes the brands have different coupons you can use and things like that. But generally with name brand prescriptions, there's just not a whole lot of flexibility. They're very expensive no matter how you do it. But generics, there's a lot of flexibility there, okay? Sometimes, I'm just going to say this, not all the time, but sometimes you can get generics cheaper if you pay cash for them with the pharmacy versus going through your insurance. I know that sounds nuts, but it's a true thing, okay? I worked in a pharmacy for a couple years and saw it all the time. People would run it through their prescription or through their insurance, and it came back with like however many hundreds of dollars of copay. And meanwhile, we could sell it to them cash for like a fraction of that amount of money. It was nuts to see this happen. I can't tell you how many people we saw standing at the counter crying. I mean, literally all the time. A couple per week, I would say. Easy, at least that many. Standing at the counter, being like, I need this. I have no money to get it. I don't know what I'm going to do, right? I mean, all the time. It was a sad situation. I mean, really bad situation. But anyway, there's a couple different options you have. First off, ask your pharmacy, what is your cash price on this, okay? They will give you a cash price. Sometimes it's going to be less than your copay. I know that sounds nuts, but it's a real thing. Next option could be, have you ever heard of Cost Plus Drugs? Which, by the way, this is not sponsored. This Cost Plus Drugs is not paying me to say this. I'm just saying you may want to look into it. They only work with generics, but it's a website owned by Mark Cuban. Awesome guy. I like Mark Cuban a lot. He's one of the sharks on Shark Tank. He's a billionaire. He owns Dallas Mavericks, the basketball team. Super cool guy. I mean, seriously, he's super smart. I like him a lot. But anyway, by the way, again, this is not sponsored. I wish Mark was giving me some money to say this. That'd be cool because I could say like I got paid from a billionaire. That'd be super cool to me. But no, he's not paying me to say this. But check out their website. I helped my mom with something like 2 months ago to get something there. she got a quote from her pharmacy, her local pharmacy, and they quoted her something like, it was like just under $400 for something. And I was like, have you looked at Cost Plus Drugs? And she's like, no, never heard of it. We looked at it, and I think it was like $9 for the same thing her pharmacy quoted her nearly $400 for. Nuts, okay? So it's a great option. Again, Cost Plus Drugs. You can look there. Otherwise, Amazon. I know a lot of people don't realize this. Amazon has a pharmacy as well, and you can get very, very cheap prescriptions there. So a lot of this is dealing around with generics. Nothing wrong with generics, okay? I'm just simply saying, look through your options. Your local pharmacy is not always the best option. I know that. Working in the pharmacy, it was nuts to see the things that were happening. It's like, why aren't we telling everybody this stuff, right? And a lot's changed since then. Last time I worked in a pharmacy was like, when was it? Like 15 years ago. It was a long time ago. 15, 16 years ago, something like that. It's been a very long time. But my point is, there's a lot of options now, especially going online with Amazon and Cost Plus Drugs and things like this. I don't know. Look around. You can find a lot of these way cheaper than you're currently paying. I'm pretty certain about that. You just got to look around. Yeah, Pamela K Design, thank you. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I went off on a little rant there, but I bet that will save some of you a lot of money if you look into that stuff. Yeah, Hazel Green. Hey, Hazel Green. Nice to see you as always. Thanks for being here. Pretty Girl 101 is joining us. I love your name. That's funny. Yeah, thanks, Pretty Girl 101. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Roxanne Justice, I see you there as well. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Yep, Imaginator, Larry Wheelian. Yep, Pamela K Design. Imaginator. Mo3 wants some acknowledgement. Hey, Mo3, nice to see you as always. Imaginator. Teresa Smart is here looking for a shout out. Hey, Teresa, I know that I'm going back into some of the really old messages from earlier, but thanks. Hey, Teresa, I see you there. Thanks for watching, Teresa Smart. Barb Miller checking in. Hey, Barb Miller, nice to see you. Yep, Denise M. Thanks, Denise M. I see you there as well. All right, so I've scrolled way up in the chat. I'm going to go back down to the bottom here. We'll spend a little bit more time in the chat, probably not much, and then we'll kind of wrap this up. I'm trying to make these live streams not as long. If you've been around for a while, the live streams lately have been getting way too long. I'm trying to wrap these up a little bit more quickly lately, so why I'm trying to kind of buzz through this. All right, so I'm going back down to the bottom of the chat again. Again, we'll spend a little bit more time, not a ton. Yeah, Ronald, I see you there again. Okay, you lived in Honolulu up until like 10 years, 12 years ago or so? Interesting, that's awesome. Patty Ferguson, hey there, Patty, I see you. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it. Wow. Patty, it looks like your eye drops cost $750, right? That's nuts. And the bottle you get, I'm guessing, is probably about like that big, right? It's either a 2.5 or a 5 ml bottle is probably what you're getting. That's crazy. That's crazy. You certainly don't want to miss your eye when you go to drop it in, right? Yeah, exactly. You know how you kind of tip your head back? I mean, obviously. You know, sometimes you like miss it and it like hits your eyelashes or something. Whoops, you definitely don't want to miss with that one. That's like a $50 eye drop per drop. You know what I mean? I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, SR, hey, I see you there. Thanks for watching. Nice to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Yep, Virginia Westcott. Yep, thank you. Really appreciate it. Gil Garcia checking in. Hey, Gil, nice to have you here as always. Hope you're doing well and having a nice weekend. Thank you. Yep. Virginia Westcott, awesome. Amazon, exactly. Amazon's a great option. Blanca Combe, is that what it is? Hey, nice to see you here. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. I'm terrible with pronouncing names. Thank you for being here. Edward, hey, Edward, I see you there again. Thanks for watching. Benjamin, hey Benjamin, I see you there. Thanks for watching. I apologize, not sure how to pronounce your last name. Apologize about that, but yeah, I see your message there. Thanks for sharing that information. Yeah, Jack, New Jersey double, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, Jack, New Jersey Double. I love your name, by the way. That is, that's really, it just flows, right? Jack, New Jersey Double. I really like that. That's really cool. Yeah, Teresa Smart there. Sorry. Hello, Teresa Smart. Thank you. Yeah, James Miller, low income, getting some extra assistance there. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, James. Really appreciate it. Michael, sorry, not sure how to pronounce your last name, but Michael's something senior. You're saying, hey, Matt, did you see my message? No, I didn't see it quite yet. I'm scrolling up right now. Hopefully I'll get to it. Yeah, again, if I miss your messages, I'm sorry. Not doing it on purpose. Just trying to do my best here. Exactly. Teresa Smart saying contact manufacturers. JH saying aloha from Hawaii. Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. It's probably about, what, 11:30 or so a.m. in Hawaii, I'm guessing, around there, something like that. Awesome. You have the whole day ahead of you. Nice. Exactly. So Ronald is saying you went to Social Security and asked if you can get your SSDI in other countries. Exactly. And then you said something like SSI is the only in the 50 states. 100% correct, right? Yeah, that's kind of the tough situation with SSI. If you leave the country for an extended period of time on SSI, oh, kiss your checks goodbye, because that's the situation. If they find out, okay? And they'll find out eventually, okay? I actually had somebody email me like, I don't know, 3 months or so ago, and they're like, hey, I receive SSI and I'm living out of the country. Is that okay? And I was like, I'm going to tell you this much. If they find out, your checks are gone, okay? You're losing your checks, okay? So we can talk about that in a separate video, but yeah, SSI, they kind of like keep you trapped. You can't really leave the country for an extended period of time. Yep. Yeah, SR, some generics work, some don't. Yeah, yep, I've heard that before. Yeah, Linda Smith, I see you there. Thanks for sharing that information. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Linda. Yeah, Benjamin, great information. Thanks for sharing that. Sarah Chambers, I think it is. Hey, Sarah, I see your message there. Hello, I hope you're having a nice afternoon. Thanks for watching, Sarah. Yep. Tammy Coleman, hey, Tammy, nice to see you as always. Hope you're doing well, having a nice weekend. You've been around a very long time. Thanks, Tammy. Nice to have you here. Yeah, Brian Burton, I see you there as well. Thanks for watching. Retta Schultz, wow, that's crazy. You're sharing your prices of some of your meds there. Yeah, it's very expensive, right? Dan Green, all inhalers are ridiculously priced. Yeah, exactly. That's very correct. Yeah, Angela Brooks, happy Saturday. Hey, Angela, happy Saturday to you. Thank you. Really appreciate it. James Miller, sharing some more information. Thanks, James. Really appreciate that information as well. Gotcha. Imaginator, you're saying looking for a part-time job to get out of the house. That's good too, right? That's really good. I mean, here's the thing. If you're in retirement and you don't really need to work, but yet you want to get out of the house a little bit, nothing wrong with a little part-time job. That's really good. I mean, it's really good in a lot of ways. And then the bonus is you get a little bit of money on top of it too. It's good, right? That's awesome. Very cool. Timmy, yeah. That'd be awesome. Timmy, you're saying something about like if I could do something for like cheap meals for a family of 4. Hey, that's awesome, right? Yeah. That'd be really cool. I'd love to be able to do something like that. Oh wow. Hey Michael, I see your message there now. Michael, I apologize. I don't know how to pronounce your last name there. But yes. Interesting. So you're saying if you go to the store, you can buy a watermelon for about $6, but if you go to a farmer's market, you can get it for about 99 cents. Exactly, right? That's kind of how it works. Farmers markets can be very, very cheap, very, very inexpensive. You can get a lot of really nice stuff at a farmer's market, right? That's great information. Yeah, thanks, Michael, for sharing that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Susan Ryan, thank you. Virginia Westcott. Yeah, Charles. Thanks, Charles. Really appreciate the information. Wheeling. Larry Wheelian. Sorry, Larry Wheelian. Why can't I say that? Larry Wheelian. Is that right? Wheelian. Sorry, Larry. Like for some reason, it's like I can't say your last name. Sorry, Larry Wheelian. Wheelian? Is it Wheelian? Larry Wheelian? Thank you, Larry. I appreciate the the pronunciation there. Patty Ferguson, hello. Nice to see you here as always. Thank you. Yeah, Colorado in the house. Thank you, Patty. Yep, Ronald, Hawaii got too expensive to live. Yeah, that's the case. Hawaii can be very expensive. All right, so let's leave it at that. Again, I spent a little more time here in the chat than I planned on, but there was a lot of great comments here, a lot of you reaching out, a lot of connections, and just a lot of engagement, really good stuff. So anytime I see that, obviously I want to stick around a little bit longer, but let's leave it at that for now. Again, if I missed your comment, your question, things like that, I apologize. I certainly don't do it on purpose. As you can see here, I'm trying to work as fast as I can, buzzing through the details of the chat and just answering questions and trying to get to everybody as quickly as I can. Obviously, I missed some. It's not my intention. I don't mean to do that, maliciously. Just trying to do what I can here and try to make this a relative, a reasonable amount of time, this live stream. So anyway, with that being said, let's wrap this up for now. I'll probably catch you again later. There's some interesting reports coming out right now, which I want to share with you in a separate video. So please enjoy your day. Stay cool out there. I know it's hot across the country right now. It's kind of crazy, right? So anyway, have a nice day. Again, thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. If you're new here, please subscribe if you haven't done so. Check out the other videos here on the channel, the thousands in the video library, almost 5,000 videos. That's nuts, okay? That's crazy. 5,000 videos. That's it's a lot of time I've been sitting here talking. And I'm an introvert. I literally don't even really talk that much. In my own personal life, I'm like very quiet. I know a lot of people don't realize that and think I'm just a blabbermouth all the time. I'm really not. Like I very rarely talk. Like I'm very quiet outside of making videos. It's very strange. All right, anyway, that's enough out of here. Please enjoy your day. I got to get out of this room. This room is super hot and it's just like very hot in here, so I want to get out of here. So I hope that makes sense. All right, enjoy your day. Thank you so much again for joining. Really appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to hit this button. That one. All right, enjoy your day. Thanks again. Have a good one. I'll see you again later. See ya.